Festies.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Festies. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Sunny.
And we're your Festie co-hosts. So this week, I get to hear all about Outside Lands, which just happened. And I didn't get to go this year. So Sunny and Clark are going to be telling me all about it and their experience and what was new and fun and give me all the FOMO.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I was like, Festies have to go to Outside Lands, but then I thought, well, it will make for a good episode because then we can tell you all about it.
I know. I am excited. I'm very excited to hear all about it, but I am sad that I wasn't able to go.
All the juicy deets. I know we talked about Outside Lands before, but can I give more of an in-depth of what Outside Lands is? Like what type of festival it is?
Of course.
Outside Lands is a 3-day music festival in Golden Gate Park, and this year was its 16th anniversary. I've attended Outside Lands every year since 2012, so 12 times because mine is 2020. And then how many years have you guys gone?
I think 7. I've been to
think
7
you said
maybe.
seven.
I think this was 7 for me.
Like
as well.
intermittently since 2014. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I mean, like 4 years in a row, and then hard.
I was going to say
break.
that's crazy because I feel like you're never there when I'm there.
And there's like 2 years in a row that we were both there.
When I,
So what are you talking
I
about?
was on the phone with Sunny, I think on Saturday, and I heard your voice and I was like, wait, Clark went this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. There were a couple people in the group too that were like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know this festival. I've been here plenty of times. It's not like my
Clark?
first time."
I know. I kept having to say, Clark's a vet. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't need to be explained
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, you do like to have fun.
I always thought you were just lying.
For those of you who know Golden Gate Park, the festival covers the Polo Field, Hellman Hollow, Speedway Meadow, and Marks Meadow. Music starts at about 12 o'clock and ends around 10, so it's definitely a daytime occasion. And then plus after hours events at the clubs around the city, but I have never done that because I'm a loser. Vanessa, you've gone to some, right? Haven't you?
I went to one, I think, Jaws. I think I went to
yeah,
Jaws
yeah.
like in 2016 or something.
You guys came back and were like, why did we do that?
Yeah, it was so. Well, no, we've gone out to the bars after just random. I think that's when I was like, oh God, I was so tired. Why did we do that? I mean, it was fun, but.
Yeah. One of our friends went every night, I think.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, there are 6 stages at Outside Lands. The Polo Fields, which is Land's End, which is the biggest stage. Then the next stage is Twin Peaks, Sutro, Panhandle, which is a smaller stage that has a lot of local artists. And then this year, instead of the Soma tent, it is just the Soma stage, which is where DJs play. And it has a really cool, like, in the round design. They also added Dolores, which took place of the Heineken tent. And I don't think this counts as a stage, but they put in like a exhibit, I don't know, called Casa Bacardi.
Oh yeah, that had like DJ stuff.
Yeah.
Happening most of the time too.
It was bumping every time you pass by. Anyways, we'll get into that later. The main headliners this year were The Killers, Sabrina Carpenter, and Sturgill Simpson. The headliner for us was Grace Jones, but we'll get into detail about that later. The SF Chronicle said more than 70 acts. I just wanted to name a few. I picked random. Valencia Grace, Real Estate, Snake Hips, Daniel Caesar, French Cassettes, K-Flay, Charlie Crockett, The Postal Service, Sima Funk, Teddy Swims, Roosevelt, and Kate Trinata.
Teddy Swims was there?
Yeah.
Aw. He's
Yeah.
awesome. We saw him at Bonnaroo
Oh yeah, we saw him.
2 years ago.
Yeah, we didn't see the whole set, but what we
Most of it.
saw was super
I
powerful.
think I seen Snake Hips there too. I feel like I remember
sounds
seeing
familiar.
them at the Panhandle stage a few years ago.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I'm bummed we didn't see his whole set, but it definitely was hard to leave.
Oh, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was so awesome.
Also, though, I kind of wanted to tell you a bit about our crew, who went.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, who was there?
We had about 10 people, I think, a core group of people.
That's a good size.
And then, yeah, right? I thought so. And then everyone had their own groups of friends who were filtering in and out. So
Oh, nice.
there's always just branches of friends
Nice.
from everyone.
Everyone's worlds colliding. Love
Yes,
it.
exactly. Everyone's worlds colliding. We stayed with our friends Ruben and Mickey at their house near the park, which is super awesome because we can Uber there or walk / we took the bus back actually.
That's
all
a
three.
long walk, though.
It's a long walk, yeah. So we took the bus back.
Nice.
Yeah.
But since we always tried to go there for the whole day, Ubering and lifting is like still super cheap.
Early on, when you get there,
like early meaning like 11:30.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
saw
you can just Uber for like $9.
Yeah.
And that's not bad at all.
I saw a post that was like the surcharges for the Ubers, which we know they're always crazy, but it sounds like they were even crazier this year, like after trying to get home afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I saw a lot of people stuck sitting while we were going by them on the bus.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh
sorry.
my God. Do you guys remember the video of the cruise car that just got stuck because there were so many people walking around it, the self-driving cars?
Oh, that
Last
no.
year, like it just
That
got
doesn't surprise
stuck.
me.
So it was like some TikTok of a girl just recording how like it couldn't go anywhere because just people were just like walking.
And
Everyone
people
was
just
just
continued.
stuck.
Was someone in the car too?
I think so. I mean, it was active on the street. It was on one of the side streets off of like
Dang.
Fulton, and
That
it
blows.
just could not
Yes,
get
they're
anywhere.
like, we're getting out. Cancel.
Yeah.
What else was cool about our group is I think most of us, if not all of us, had been to Outside Lands numerous times. And because of that, everyone would get there between like 12 and 3 and like stay the whole time. So it wasn't like
A group of vets.
waiting for a group of vets. Yes. A group of Outside Lands vets.
There was nobody showing up at like 5.
Yeah. and, like,
Everybody like the latest was like 2.
yeah. And like
the
stuck
people
in
were
line or anything.
Was
like
it
that.
less packed this year? I heard it was way less packed.
It was less
And also,
packed.
you know how single day tickets are always sold out? I could have bought one for Sunday. Yeah, I saw they were still available.
Yeah.
You could have.
And 3-day tickets I think
Yeah,
were still available.
that's crazy.
But it didn't seem like barren.
Right.
We weren't like, ooh, yikes. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh, it was pretty comfortable.
Comfortable. I was going to
honestly, the
say
whole time.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, the only time I felt like it was like Outside Lands was Sunday, and which Chapel Run played that day. So
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
She's been drawing large crowds lately.
Yeah. Which is like dope. That's sick to see an art like, you know, they're like really coming up and they're just like building this following. It was like, that's cool to see that.
yeah, Sunday, like all of a sudden you walked in and every like 3 people had a pink hat or like a pink cowboy hat or like some kind of pink outfit. Someone
It was all for her.
Yes.
Or a shirt
We all-
that said like chapel slut or something.
Oh,
you know, like
nice.
not in a bad way, just in a like that's the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
On Sundays we wear pink. Yeah, so it was cool to see that, but Clark and I low-key boycotted and went to go see something else.
I need to like listen to her music because I really don't. She's so big right now, and I could not tell you one song. I need to get into the hype because I don't get it right now.
A few different times though I have Shazammed her songs.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, really?
same song like 3 times.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
So
She's like, obviously I like this.
obviously I like the music. Yeah, I just have not made the connection yet. Also, our Outside Lands group chat was called OSL Betch.
Oh.
And typically the group message can be like super chaotic, which is everyone like sending pictures and like nothing making sense, being like, what, where are you? But this year, because it was a group of vets, as Vanessa called us, everyone would just like say where they were, send a picture, and then that was it. And if someone else was going to come, they'd be like, okay, I'm on my way.
Oh, not like, are you coming? Where are you? Hold up your hat.
Yeah. Hold up your hat. Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a pretty big festival tip is like use the speaker towers, use the sound booth, you know, like everyone knew to use those.
Also,
you know?
what I would say too is like at the end of it, put a timestamp of what time you sent this because you'll get pictures of where people quote unquote are an hour later and then they've moved. So that's always a good thing to do is like put a timestamp of like, this is the time we're here.
Yeah, that's a good idea because at one point, Ruben sent us a picture where we were. I showed it to our friend Mickey and I was like, can you tell where this is? And then he looked at it and he was like, when was this taken? Like 2 hours ago? Because it was like had way like gotten more crowded.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
So that is a
Yeah, there's like
good tip.
There's like 2,000 more people in that spot.
Yeah.
The same picture.
I have no idea
It's
where
like,
they are.
this is our spot. We're right here.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were going to say. Oh,
That
this
is such a
right
good
here.
idea.
Is he in front of us?
Yeah, we used to do that at Coachella because the service there is horrible.
I had
So we
zero
used to do
problem.
that.
Yeah.
That might have been the biggest sign that there weren't as many people is like
Yeah.
service never got dropped
Yeah.
for I
That's
think
nice.
any of us. Like
No, the biggest thing that was super cool about this Outside Lands is between last year and this year is the most new things added that I've ever seen.
Man.
I know, sorry.
FOMO.
I-
No, it's okay. This whole episode is just going to be FOMO. I didn't have FOMO that much, but during
Here
the
it
weekend,
comes.
I did kind of like people were sending videos and I was like, oh, or like I could tell that new things were happening because people would post videos and I'm like, where even is this? Like
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. So yeah, that's cool.
Well, I was like 2 hours late on Friday because I had to be at a meeting, and Clark was sending me pictures, and I'm like, why are you sending me pictures?
I'm going to be there.
I had the FOMO for like the first 2 hours. So I was like, oh, poor Vanessa.
Because he was trying to get you to get there faster.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Some of it too was like there were definitely some artists that we were like earlier in the day, female singer-songwriters. Seems like I always try and make a point of supporting those that I see because that's what I've been doing for the last chunk, you know? And yeah, and like the first one I saw on Friday was like she was phenomenal.
Who was it?
Valencia Grace.
Oh, nice.
But here, I was gonna say once we switch, and I'll get.
Oh yeah,
deeper
we'll get
into that
into.
when we switch into.
I didn't even really look at the lineup this year because I knew I probably wasn't going to be able to go, so I didn't even look at it because I didn't want to get sad. But
There
I
were
really,
like no weak links of the performances we saw.
yeah, I really
They were
wanted to go
good.
Sunday to see Post Malone's country set. And we could have made it, but by the time we got back, we were driving across the country
yeah.
from Iowa to California.
Yeah.
We got back Saturday night. We were so freaking tired.
Yeah,
So
no
tired.
way.
That would have been the most badass.
I was
like
gonna
that
say
would have
badass.
been crazy if
I
you guys. I would
know.
have been like, "Yo, what?"
And I thought that what was going to happen was that we were just going to lay in bed all day the next day, and Ed didn't let us do that. Around 12 p.m., I was like, should I just buy tickets and go? Because then my sisters went too.
I thought
just
you were going to
Sunday.
surprise us.
Yeah, my sisters went too, and Sunday, and so they got to the house and they like at 10, and they were about
I
to
didn't know
leave,
that.
and I was like,
Bye.
bye. I might come after, maybe not. No, I don't know. Then I was like, what if we go and then Post Malone doesn't show up? Like that thought crossed my mind. Not that I don't think he's known to do that ever, but I was just like, that would be so funny because that's the only reason I'm going.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
He definitely showed up, but we could talk about.
Yeah,
We could talk about the whole 15 minutes we saw of him later. Okay, new stuff that they added. They added Casa Bacardi. It was near the north entrance. The best way I can explain it is it was a 2-level platform with a dance floor on the bottom and a bar.
Huh.
And the top level, I think it had cocktail tables with groups of people standing and drinking, although we didn't go up there, but that's what it looked like from afar.
Yeah. They were trying to make it look like what their main distillery looks like. And this one, so there was a dance floor that they made on the bottom level, and they had like salsa lessons, like with like a dance teacher.
That's where that was because I saw Gabby's post of the salsa dancing.
Yeah.
The event was called Salsa by Ricardo, just to give a
Salsa by Ricardo.
shout out. Yeah, that was a way better way to say it.
And then the upstairs though was like more like a VIP style
Ooh,
thing,
yeah.
where you could wait in line and they'd like let you in as people. And then I think there was a VIP entrance to it, where if you had a VIP,
Sorry.
They let you in as people.
oh, I was meaning
As dogs?
as people. They let you in as other people left. You know, like they're like
okay.
like more like what they do in a club where they're like, you know, balancing how many people are in and out and
okay,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
I
But
see.
the other side, the one that was closer to the dance floor, that I think was a VIP entrance that you could just go up whenever you wanted.
Friday was salsa dancing on and off, and then Saturday was like a reggaeton gasolina party on and off. So I heard that song like 5 times, not complaining about it.
So that was Casa Bacardi. What did you say replaced the Heineken tent?
I said Dolores did,
Oh, Dolores.
which is, we can do that one next.
Yeah.
So the Heineken tent was located at the end of the polo fields, closer to where all the food is.
On the left side if you're looking at the main stage.
Correct. I'm just kind of going to like steal what they said about it on the website.
Okay.
It's an open air dance club that replaced the Heineken tent location. It celebrates queer and trans communities, and the DIY space is vital to San Francisco nightlife. The stage honors the rich history of queer parties, performances, and activism in San Francisco and beyond.
Nice.
Unfortunately, we didn't catch any performances there, but every time we walked by it, we had to stop and dance for like 2 minutes because it
you
was
have
like,
to.
I think that was such a good change up that they did, because Heineken 10, it was like, you're like, okay, well, am I going to spend a whole set of someone else I could be watching to wait in line to get in? Versus this had like 2 big openings in it. So you could just literally cruise in,
and
cruise out.
Yeah.
And we did that a couple times. Yeah, going to another stage, and it was just always popping in there.
Popping.
And I looked it up, and the type of stage it was changed. I don't know if you have this written down, Sonny, but the type of stage it was.
I don't have
every
anything
day,
written down.
I mean, in your mind palace.
In your mind palace.
But every day, the type of stage that Dolores was changed. So the first day, it was called Fake and Gay Friday. I know there was when we walked by, there was a like a drag performance happening. And then Saturday, it was called Oasis Saturday. So they had, again, just like different sets of DJs and stuff happening. And then Sunday was Hard French Sunday. So I think Saturday that's when we were running in between stages with Mickey and whatever was playing, and there was just absolutely bumping at like 7.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, well, we're gonna stop for a second here. Like just like get into this, like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet. Rather than just like walking by like a muffled like
Yeah.
It sounds cool inside there, but not gonna stand in line.
And Panhandle is the same, Sutro is the same.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Twin Peaks.
Twin
different.
Peaks.
Twin Peaks got rid of one of their screens.
Oh, in the back, all the way in the back?
Yeah.
The only time I've seen that entire, like, once you pass the trees, the dirt to get into the, like, even before Panhandle, the only time I've seen all of that full was when Shaq was DJing last year. Oh, my God. You could look back, like...
Stop it, Shaquille.
It was like crazy. I'd never seen that many people at Twin Peaks.
Okay, so that was Dolores.
Oh, yeah.
Dolores. Well, that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you remember they used to have the Gastro Magic stage?
Yeah, like in the trees.
Yeah, so they nixed that, which normally that stage is like demonstrations from like chefs and mixologists. This year was...
And celebrities, too. They would have like celebrity
and
guests.
that's where Grasslands used to be, right? Like in the trees in there. That's where I remember like the first Grasslands being.
Yes.
Like in the woods in that area.
And they kind of shuffled all that this year.
Yeah, lots of shuffling.
Yeah.
So this year was super different because they had 6 themed bars set up.
Ooh.
I'm just going to name the bars, and then I'll toss it to Clark because he actually had the experience.
Nice.
Whereas I just took small sips of each drink. They had Spin the Wheel, which was a craft your own cocktail. They had Buttery Tipple, which was a 70s style lounge experience. They had Everybody's Tavern, celebrating San Francisco's inclusive culture. They had one that was called Silver Girls 2000, which was a Miami Mavens and Silver Spirits return, serving Y2K vibes with a side of, what's his word? K-I-T, kitsch. Okay. A dive bar. An Under the Sea themed bar offering refreshing beer and cocktails. En Vogue, playful and nostalgic, perfect for trying the latest trends in spirits. And then Clark actually got a few different cocktails, so...
Yeah. So, I mean, I completely agree with their descriptions because I didn't read any of those before we went, but seeing the influences on the different cocktails they had were cool. That spread of different stuff was really nice because I like cocktails and I was a bartender before. There were certain things that really stood out to me, but then I also saw what they were doing with the spin your own cocktail thing. It was like, we're going to make a base that can go with a lot of stuff. And then you get to choose whatever alcohol, and you kind of make it your own.
So it's not just an open-ended, like, spin the wheel.
Yeah, no, they put good parameters on it that it was going to taste good.
Yeah.
There was stuff that was, like, unique enough that I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I had a cocktail with oat milk and creme de menthe, which is like a mint liqueur. And
was that the one that I liked?
Mm-hmm. And brandy, and it tasted like a York peppermint patty.
Ooh.
It was so good.
I could have checked
really good.
But it was kind of low ABV because liqueur and brandy are slightly lower, so it wasn't like super boozy.
Did you have to pay for these?
Yeah. They were still expensive, but I thought price-wise, you could go to the regular bars that you can get a 16-ounce Pacifico, or you could get hazy little thing or whatever, right? And those were 16 ounces for $16. All the cocktails at the spot at Cocktail Magic, all 18 flat for like a real actual, crafted cocktail.
Yeah,
that's
not bad.
Dope. That's actually like what you'd pay at like a bar.
Yeah,
they were good cocktails.
And I'm like, that's good on them for like keeping the price good like that. Oh, and I got a little, the souvenir cups you can get, which didn't give you any discount, but it was only $4, and it's like a cute little, like, it's got Ranger Dave on it and like outside
nice.
lands, and it's like nice.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to spend a ton on merch, get one of the little things like that, and you can keep using it, and you feel good about it because you're reusing something.
Tell me you live in the Bay Area without telling me you live in the Bay Area. It's like $18 for a cocktail. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's some San Francisco stuff right there.
Yeah.
And then he unfortunately forgot to bring the cup the next day.
Yeah,
so
I forgot my
ended up
cup.
using more cups. Anyways.
Yeah,
To
whoopsies.
get
That's
more
all right.
cocktails.
We don't have to keep that in.
Whoopsie doodles. We'll cut that out. You shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
I saw someone in front of us with the cup clipped to their pants, and I looked at Clark and I was like, "Where's the cup?" And I forgot it.
I realized as we walked through, like, beep my wristband, and I'm like, my cup.
Let me go back.
No ins and outs.
Yeah, but it was cool, and they had like this cool sculpture that was like a king of hearts sculpture, but he was like all cocktail based, and they had a sleight of hand magician walking around like the tables that were near Cocktail Magic
Oh my God,
too,
where
like
was I?
doing magic and stuff,
Nice.
which is fun. Because hearing like people that are like a little messed up at a festival, like someone doing magic for them, they're like, "Oh my!" God. Like the reactions are so dope. 'Cause
Mind's blown.
They're just like, "What the?" They're losing it. It's so
That's
good.
funny.
Yeah, this group was just having such a good time with this magician.
Nice.
It's great.
I have a question for you, Sunny.
Yeah.
The last episode, you said you were going to go to Grasslands and check it out. Did you do that?
So they moved Grasslands to far from, instead of being on the side where we usually enter, it was on the other side. They put it on the south side.
That's where it
And
was last year.
That's my excuse for not going. No, it used to be on the side, the other one.
The tunnel. Where the tunnel is. That's where it was last year.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if last year was the first year that they moved it back there, but that's where it was last year.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't go.
I
didn't?
go.
Oh, no.
There were a few times that people were going. We were like at Twin Peaks, and they were like, they're going to go get some pre-rolls from Grasslands. I'm like, all the way over there? That's so freaking far.
Yeah.
Where did
And
you think it was? Oh.
Cameron actually
Dude,
went to go from
maniac.
Twin Peaks to Grasslands, which is as far apart from each other as you
Yeah.
can get in this festival. And he ran there and back and was like, I felt like an Olympic athlete.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, he like went all the way over there, and he's like, I sprinted back here the whole way.
Oh my God. He's
He was just
crazy.
laying on the grass.
He kept sending me snap videos.
I didn't go, and I thought about it.
That's
I
okay.
thought
There
about
was
it
so
the whole
many.
time.
There's so many new things to see,
Yeah.
and plus you don't smoke weed, so it's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, you would just be going.
Yeah, to report
this
back to
podcast.
Festies.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember Ed and I went last year. I think I said they were selling 100 milligram drinks. I don't think that's accurate. They was like, I found a picture and we bought what we thought was the highest, and it was 50.
City Hall. That's
Oh, yeah.
another new thing. It's located in McLaurin Pass, and it's not. Oh, also they took away the Toyota Music Den. It's not where the Toyota Music Den was, but it's like across the way from it. So I imagine that's why they took it out, because the wedding ceremonies, which is what was held at City Hall, the sound
That's what I
definitely
thought
went
when you
away.
said City Hall. I was like, did they do weddings there?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like you could walk by and really see like somebody's wedding ceremony, and they had
Like real.
Yeah.
yeah,
Official.
Wow.
yeah.
That's
Isn't that
cute. I think they were taking that from Bonnaroo too.
Yes.
Because Bonnaroo has the matrimony.
Matrimony. I was trying to think of that the whole
That's
weekend,
cute.
and I could not. Matrimony.
This one, it seemed like they were kind of testing the waters for Outside Lands for the City Hall. It was nicely set up, but it wasn't as extravagant as like at Bonnaroo. It was like a whole
Oh, it's a whole
tent.
house.
Like, they like make a whole chapel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still pretty.
I need to see
I
pictures.
wonder if they got a lot of kickback and like good
Response.
response from it. Maybe they'll make it bigger next time.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the next.
Yep.
Soma, previously known as the Soma tent. We already talked about the Soma tent a lot. We said that there was always lines, and you had to be in there by like 3 if you wanted to see someone who was at 8.
I thought that was the Heineken tent.
That too. Any kind of tent,
Yeah.
Where was the Soma tent before?
the same.
It's always been the same
Place.
place.
But what's the same place? I don't think I
where you have to like cross the street.
Oh, where the Barbary stage used to be, the comedy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Got
that's
it.
what it changed to.
Oh,
right.
bring back comedy, Outside Lands.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Good luck. Yeah, so no tent, just completely open air. The stage was in a round kind of venue, so there was room for a lot of people, and the
Oh,
lights
nice.
were more extravagant. Just the production all around was.
It looked awesome. I
Bigger.
saw a few people's. This is one of those videos where I was like, where even is this?
Yeah.
Because I've actually, besides that one time I went to go meet Dean, that's the only time I had ever been over there.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I do remember seeing a tent there.
This change up made it feel a lot more approachable, that you could just kind of go in, come out.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck those lines.
Yeah.
Like, who has time to do that?
I wonder if they kind of were taking a page from other festivals' books, because it reminded me of the DJ stage that was at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
They had light happening on the speaker towers too. Like the screens behind the DJ at Soma are like strips, but then their visual is split up in between these panels.
Nice.
They made it its own unique looking thing.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure at night it was crazy.
Yeah.
I think they're making it equal to the other 3. This year, Soma is a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no gaps either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Usually the DJ stages don't have gaps. It's
Which
like,
is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's a place that always has something going on, you know.
Right, yeah.
So you need something between a long gap, go to Soma.
Yeah.
You know?
And then the last thing called Bites of the Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Clark took advantage of it mostly. Well, but then I also took advantage because I just mooched off of all of Clark's food that he got. But you explain it.
So it's this booklet of coupons that you get. It's $20, and you get, I believe you get like 20 coupons, so $1 a coupon. And all it is certain food vendors signed up to be a part of it, where they go, here's a smaller portion and cheaper portion of one of our dishes, so that you could go to like 3 different food places and get these little bites, and you could actually try
everything.
More things.
Yeah. That's nice because they have really good freaking food, but it's like you eat one place, you don't have room for everywhere else, and that's a good idea.
And how the places chose to use their own discretion. I had to go to Mozzeria, which is this really good pizzeria that everyone that works there is deaf, so they're all just
sign
using
language.
ASL, to speak with each other, and they're in one of the food trucks. And you come up to them, and they have their 3 pizzas you can order, and they have the like A, B, and C in ASL to order.
Oh, nice.
And so I gave my little coupon, and the dude was like, no, like he just like gave me a free pizza with it.
Nice.
That's just cool that they can use their own discretion to like go, hey, I know you paid for this coupon thing, and you know what? We're just going to hook you up.
Oh, because we know you'll be back.
Yeah.
Best pizza.
Yo, straight up. Their pizza is absolutely fire.
Nice.
But yeah, like there was a Filipino place. I got a couple lumpia for $8. It was all cheaper little plates. I got these chorizo cheese fries that were dope. Some taquitos with shredded chicken. And then I got some birria fries from a place. And it was like getting late. And I went, oh yeah, I'm going to use the bites thing. And they're like, oh cool. And it was $8 again or $10. And the dude that passed out, he's like, you know what? We just gave you a full, like, Merry Christmas. We just gave you a full order.
Oh, nice.
So I got like the $20 order for 10 or whatever.
Nice.
So I think it was really worth it in the grand scheme of things, of like stuff that I got.
And to get to try everything.
If they do that again, I could get it and split it with someone.
Yeah.
Because I didn't use
all of them.
I think we used 10 because I gave some to our friends.
Yeah.
It was hard because you did have to look at your map and look up the zone and then look up
where they all were.
Yeah, who was doing it and who wasn't.
Oh,
but once you knew that's what you had to do, it was fine.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like a coupon for every place that was doing it. It was just like you could use them wherever any of them were. So if you liked the pizza place, you could keep going back to the pizza place.
Totally. It was good where it's like, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to watch these 2 acts at Twin Peaks. Oh, what are the food places by Twin Peaks? Which ones are part of this? I'll go get 3 different things.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the best way to use it. I think they found new ways to use what San Francisco's known for in a new way.
Yeah. That's cool because, they only use local SF food places. Yeah.
And not only SF, like East Bay.
Bay Area. Yeah. So who did you guys see on Friday?
We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Clark saw 7 because I got there a little late.
Oh.
So do you want to say the first 2 people you saw before I got there?
Sure. Oh my gosh.
All right, you're not ready. So when I got there,
no, wait. I'm here. Okay, so on Friday I got there right at 12 and went over to Panhandle and saw Valencia Grace, who is a singer-songwriter, played piano, played guitar. Honestly, her voice kind of reminded me of Adele. She had crazy range and great vocals, and she looked effortless the whole time. I can't imagine she was like more than 20-something, like young too.
Bummed I missed that.
She was super fun though. Like her outfit, she had like BDSM vibes to her outfit, and then she's a singer-songwriter and has these emotional songs, but her font for her name behind her was like super metal, like all like sharp and stuff, and I'm like, that's pretty funny. Like I see what you're doing. That's pretty funny. But yeah, she was super cool, interacted with the crowd great. And then I saw Rocco, who is like an indie rock artist, Filipino dude, I believe from the Bay Area as well. First festival ever. Oh. He performed great. Sound was a little rough, which is too bad, but I thought he did a good job of interacting with the crowd, and he was like fun. He was like a kind of a cute, it was like, this is my first festival, like, and that was exciting, that. It kind of was endearing because he was like trying to act like too cool, but it was like, shut up, dude. Like you're like,
you're hyped.
Yeah, you're like, look where I am. So I want to like, I'm interested to look up his music and stuff. Having the sound be a little rough didn't like deter me from him as an artist. I thought they, that's tough early in the day, first day of the festival.
Yeah.
There's little things they're figuring out. So
what stage was he on?
He was on Sutro.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have you also talk about the third one because I've tried so many times to say his name correctly.
To say his name?
And he deserves his name being said correctly.
I mean,
and I can't.
I'll say it as close as I can. Dadi Freyr. He's this Icelandic dude from the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
The movie?
No.
No.
It's a real contest. It's a real contest.
I've seen the movie.
That movie is based on an actual thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the Eurovision Song Contest, for those who don't know, a bunch of countries compete. They send an artist and a song to this competition.
So he was like a winner from that?
I don't even know if he won.
Oh,
but he's
getting in there though is like enough.
Yeah, exactly. But he was, oh my gosh, fantastic performer. Electronic, pop, funky music, unique voice. Like, how he kind of sings like he has like this weird, low, interesting voice. Great range though. Had 2 other musicians with him. Super fun stage presence.
What stage was he on?
Sutro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was on Sutro as well. Yeah, great time.
And then after that, we ran over to the polo fields to see the Japanese house. Oh. She's also known as Amber Mary Bain. She's an English indie pop musician. As we said, like, I got there late. So at that point, I feel like I was still flustered from getting there late and like saying hi to people. So I didn't really, she sounded great. Her voice was beautiful. She had a saxophone player, right? Or a flute player or both?
One of the guitar players, I believe, she played tenor sax as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
I love a good sax.
Yeah, I know. Vanessa does love a good sax. I feel like Friday and Saturday are usually us like running around from stage to stage, and then Sunday ends up being like a chill day and we're at the polo fields all day. But that like flip-flopped. Friday and Saturday we were running around a lot. Wait, no. Friday and Saturday we were chilling. Friday we stayed at the main stage basically all day. After was Young the Giant, Jungle, and the Killers, and those were all at the polo stage.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was pretty nice to just be able to like, okay, here we are at Young the Giant, and now we're just here for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first artist that we saw in that like group of 3, Young the Giant, polo
Amazing.
stage. Our friend
Land's End.
Land's End. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, so it's called the Polo Fields when Golden Gate Park is just Golden Gate Park, but the stage when they have Outside Lands is called Land's End.
Yeah.
So I feel like Polo Field, Land's End, like it's just all used interchangeably. So I apologize.
If we're talking to each other when we're at the festival, it's either we're at main stage, Land's End, or we're at the polo field. And that all
Should
means
just be Land's End.
the same thing.
Yeah.
That all means the
we
same
all come
thing.
to a consensus about which one we should call it.
Land's End.
It is the main stage, but it's also on the polo field, and it's
Right.
called Land's End.
Okay, yeah. Thank
Dang
you
it.
for having me
Dang
call
it.
out because it is confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Young the Giant, and actually all of us have seen Young the Giant a couple times, not more than a couple times, right?
Yeah.
Cameron, our friend Cameron, he actually asked me right when they started how many times I'd seen them. And first I was like 3 times. And I was like, wait, no, 4 times. And then like 20 minutes later, I was like, wait, no, 6 times.
Oh my God.
I've seen it so many times,
It kept
dude.
going. And like, I love Young the Giant,
Yeah.
but I'm not like the biggest Young the Giant, you know? Like,
Right.
I don't know why.
Just
I've
so
seen-
happens.
It's just, yeah. But
They're
I mean,
just always around.
exactly. They mentioned playing a lot of classics, which was cool. So they did play like a lot of old songs that we hadn't heard in a while.
Yeah.
Body.
And they
My body and cough syrup. They gotta play
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
They gotta play those.
they just seemed so at ease on stage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really cool to see this band grow from being like a new band to like a really seasoned
yeah.
band. Yeah.
Their comfort level is like something else now.
They had some words of wisdom that in the moment I was like, yes, but now I don't remember what they said. But in the moment I was like, preach.
Samir, their lead singer, talked about releasing their second album, and they were really, it took a long time, but they're glad that they stuck with their gut and did what they thought was right and what they should do. And like one of the songs, I can't remember what song it was. Oh my gosh. One of the main singles from Mind Over Matter from that second album is like their biggest song.
It was Mind Over Matter.
I was going to say, is it Mind Over Matter?
Was it the title song? And
that's an awesome song. Yeah,
and
I believe
cool.
It's awesome. Yeah.
And they talked, so it was cool because it was like, hey, whatever you do, still try and listen to yourself and trust that you're going to find an audience for what you're doing. So
yeah.
And then, we still got to chill at Land's End. And the next act was Jungle.
I hear they're awesome.
Yes. I believe it was like unanimous between our group that was the best set of the day.
Yeah.
They are a British dance music it says project. So I think that means they have people filtering in and out.
Yes.
By London-based producers Josh Lloyd Watson and Tom McFarland. And their big hit right now is Back on 74.
Yeah. Big TikTok
Yeah.
dance craze because they always work with a dance group that does all their music videos.
Ooh.
And they do really cool choreo. It's very modern dance, but they really find these dance moves that everyone's like, yo, okay, we got to do that. Like, we got to learn that,
So I know it's like the two guys that are the main producers, but it was the female vocalist who blew us all away. Like, it felt like she was the front and like they were backing her. Like, that's
nice.
What it felt like.
It seemed like they were doing that on purpose. Like,
yeah,
they were so tight, and everybody on stage, whenever they'd cut, the camera was cutting in between people, the joy on they were just like feeling it.
Yeah.
And she also played flute, guitar, and like keys too, this female vocalist. So she was like doing all that, and then they'd give her like, okay, you're singing lead on this, get in the middle of the stage and just like own it. And she did. And it was like,
I gotta listen to Jungle more because all my friends are obsessed with Jungle.
Yeah.
Oh, so sick.
So after Jungle was the Killers.
Yeah, the big headliner.
Did they kill it?
They did kill it. And because we were standing there all day, we got to move up when the crowds left from Jungle. So we were pretty close to the Killers. And
with the whole group?
Yeah. I lost my voice 3 minutes into the set because they opened with Somebody Told Me, and I was just yelling.
Yeah.
Just screaming, somebody told me.
Yeah, literally. Usually I make it until Sunday at least, and then the voice starts to go. But Friday night, it was just gone after. So I was lip syncing the rest of the time. But
for the whole weekend? Or did you find it?
It was, I found it.
Did you find it again?
Yeah, it was like in and out for the weekend. But definitely Sunday when I woke up and was talking, Clark was like, your voice is so hoarse. I feel like I'm still hoarse right now.
Yeah. Yes, I made her tea like the rest of the mornings.
I know,
what a nice
nice
festie.
Yes. Festie.
I'm always the only morning person when we go to festivals.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Clark, shut up. I'm just kidding. Just in the mornings. You're like, do you want a blueberry scone or not?
Do you want breakfast or not?
Oh, I didn't even mention that about breakfast.
Yeah, Clark used to always wake up early and I don't know if,
Not always used to, still does.
Still does.
Yeah.
Truth. I slept in today, though.
He used to, back in the day when we'd have 15 people pile up in an apartment, he would wake up and make everybody blueberry scones.
Yeah, make scones or make French toast. And then I think one morning I would just make eggs and bacon and toast.
Such a dad.
And stuff. Yeah.
So this year he prepped scones and then like pre-made breakfast burritos and actually pre-made these protein waffles.
Yeah, those like Kodiak
Oh, yeah.
ones. I just made those with like a bunch of chopped up dates.
Ooh,
in them,
good.
so you didn't have to put syrup
Syrup
on
or
it.
anything, yeah.
You just put butter on them.
We ate well in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only meal. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
kind of. That's normally how it goes.
Yeah, so the Killers, they're such an established band. Like, of course, they're going to, like, kill it.
Yeah.
But,
Brandon Flowers is such a pro. Like, in the middle of...
That's his name. I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
Flowers,
the lead
yeah.
singer.
In the middle of the show, they're, like, playing this, like, high-energy song, and then he just, like, stops the band and says, "Are you okay?" Like, he's pointing to a fan in the crowd. And I guess we couldn't see from where we were what was going on, but
We were too deep.
I imagine people were, like, showing their phone flashlights and trying to get security or whatever.
Yeah.
So Brandon, like, stopped the whole show. And then for a few minutes just was, like, talking to his band and letting, like, that settle itself. And then I heard him say, like, let's play something slow. So They played something calm to kind of like chill everybody. And then once...
Just mellow.
Yeah. And then once I think he saw that like that had subsided. Resolved. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Once the situation had resolved, he said something to his band like, I don't want to sing the first verse again. And then they continued the song before and like started from the second verse.
Nice.
Of the song.
Like literally just counted in and he was singing. Like he was like on the second verse. Like they picked it up so hard cut from right where they were. That was kind of sick. It was like, okay, like from right there.
Wow.
Right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think we saw the next day that there was a little like a short story like on the Chronicle or one of the news outlets said that the fire department, like the emergency peeps, thanked the killers for like stopping. Like
nice.
they appreciated that. They're like, yo, like thank you for paying attention to what was happening in the crowd, and like that helped us just get that person out and help them.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't see that.
Yeah, just like consummate professionals, basically the killers. Like they're just like pros, you know,
Killing it. Okay, so that was Friday.
Yeah, Friday overall was a great day, but it just like went by so fast.
Oh,
it felt like it flew by
because we were standing at the polo field all day, which is not normal for Friday. So I think that's why I was like, oh, it's over. And that is a wrap on part 1 of our Outside Lands recap episode. We didn't realize we had so much to share, so it's turned into a 2-parter. But don't worry, part 2 is coming soon with all our Saturday and Sunday shenanigans. Also, we'd love your support. Please head over to our Instagram at Festies Podcast and give us a follow. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for listening, and keep an eye out for part 2 of our 2024 Outside Lands experience.
Festies.